So, I'm a liberal now. And, well, I might be the first person in history to ever turn from conservative to liberal. The first one, But yes, no applause needed. No applause needed. Someone has to do it. We can't all pretend to be conservative, These days, conservatives pretending to be conservative. Liberals pretending to be conservative. Well, everyone's pretending to be conservative. I learned that when everyone goes this way, you go that way. The true reality. But people don't get it, people don't understand. You need both sides, you need liberals, you need conservatives, you need both things. And it's like, one tries to keep things the same, and one comes up with new ideas, and tries to advance things forward, Slap my knee, you need both sides. I never liked this thing where people are like, they're two wings of the same bird. I get it, but it's such like a, simple way of thinking of it. Yes, they might be two wings, but it would be as if there was, one wing was like a hummingbird's wing, and the other one's an eagle's wing. It's like, yes, it's a bird, I guess, with two wings, but they're not the same. It's not the same wings. I just, I hate simplifying things down to, it's two birds of the same wing. I think both things are needed. You need someone thinking of the future, and you need someone thinking of why is the past important. You need people to hold us to our convictions, but you need people to think of new ideas so we don't get stuck, in crazy ideas. I get it. But you see, these days, no one's a liberal anymore. No one's a liberal. Everyone's a wannabe conservative. Everyone's trying to be conservative. I've been a conservative, for quite a while, but I decided, I'm going to be a liberal, in fact, I'm going to make being liberal cool again. And, this might be the greatest challenge, not only of my life, but of anyone's life ever in history. Be trying to make being a liberal cool. I got this little, I'd say, you might say, liberal manifesto that I'm working on, And I've got to say, I'm a politically incorrect, atheistic Christian. I'm pro-nature, and I'm anti-government overreach. I'm a new, independent, progressive. I'm a nip, and I'm here to nip all this industrialized governance in the butt. I'm here to save nature and free speech. Because if not for the right to say, how can we speak on behalf of the trees? And that's what I think is so important. Now that I'm a liberal, I think, and I'm going to go over this as the show goes on. I'm going to go over this today in the show. All the most important parts of being a liberal. And why I've chosen to take this upon myself, because like I said, everyone's quit it. No one's even trying. No one's trying to really save nature anymore. They're more concerned about well, we'll get to that. We got a great show for you today. Stick around. It's 3:45 a.m. Monday, December 16th. Today's weather, rain in December. Shucks. with a high of -3 and a low of -6. Why? You know? Why? What did we fucking do to deserve this rain? And not snow in this romantic, lovely season. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to see me upset, make it rain. Really? Like, this is a note. This is a message to Mother Nature. You know, whoever's behind it. If you want to see me get upset, slap my knee, make it rain. Okay. Anyways, we've got a great show today. We talk about a lot of different subjects. So many different subjects that it's going to be hard to create a small intro with 3 or 4 titles. I don't know if I can do it. But it's going to be a great show, so stick around, and we'll be talking about what it takes to be a liberal, and how I'm going to be enacting my new liberalism. And we'll be talking about alien Romulus is still around. I can't believe it. You know, what would happen if I were to save your life? Anyways, it's going to be a great show. Like I said, stick around. You know, because when it rains, we shine. You know, when it rains, slap my knee, we shine. Thank you. You know, I was thinking, why doesn't the sun, you know, shrink your clothes the same way a dryer does? You know, I figure if science is so great, well, we'd have those kind of answers to those kind of questions just readily available. Like, how is it that I put my sweater vest into the dryer for half an hour and it comes out half the size? Yet I walk around in the sun for 12 hours. I'm sure it's the exact same. How is this possible? These are the kind of questions I have, and you know, I look out there. I ask Alexa. I ask Siri. You know, I tick-tack it into Google. I ask, why does a shirt not shrink in the sun in the same way that it does in a dryer? But you know, you would be surprised about how little questions science has actually answered. This is it's a statement, I guess, and a question, but yeah, I'm going to go about it like this. If I catch my cat on the counter again, I'm having it euthanized. No, but really, do you think if I went to the vet and I said, well, you know, my cat, it just won't listen, do you think, you know, if I paid, you know, good money, you know, good cold hard cash, do you think the vet would put it down anyways? Because, like, truly, my cat, it just won't learn. You know, I've given it every chance in the world. I've done everything. I've put in my, you know, vote for it enough times. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of, you know, just throwing my good charity into the wind. And I just need to know, you know, if you know this kind of thing, because again, this is a thing science just can't answer. But if my cat won't stop going on the counter, do I have the right to have it euthanized? You know what I mean? Because, like, seriously, it's you might say it's endangering my health. You know, it's spreading feces where you know, I prepare my nourishment. So if you've got these kind of answers, please leave a comment below. Can I have my cat euthanized for not obeying the rules? It's just, you know, please, someone help me, or please someone help me out, and just give me an answer. Because, you know, right or wrong, look, the cat's got to go if it doesn't stop going on the counter. And, you know, if the doctor's not going to do it, well, I'm not going to say I'm going to do it myself. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say I'm going to take the cat and put it underwater for, you know, 20 minutes. But someone's got to do something about this goddamn cat. Hey, how's it going? Hey, oh, not bad. What are you up to? Oh, not much. I was just, you know, walking down the street and I noticed you. So I thought I'd come over and say hi and ask, why are you dressed exactly like me? Oh, what, this? Oh, I just threw this on. I'm not really dressed like you. You have a yellow shirt on. Yeah, I know. But last time I saw you, I was wearing literally the exact same thing you're wearing. Yeah, I know. I just threw it on. Oh, you did you? Because, you got the same hat. You even cut your hair to look more like mine. And I only saw you 3 days ago. I told you I was going to be out of town probably indefinitely. And, you're not trying to replace me, are you? Oh, replace you? No. Your shoes are far too big to fill. I just threw this on, I swear. I just closed my eyes, put my hands in my closet. I took out some clothes and I just put it on, Now that I look at it and think about it, I am kind of dressed just like you. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Like last week when I seen you at the pub, and you're wearing like a sweatpants suit. You know what I mean? Like you had like gray sweatpants on, and you had your Nike shoes, and you had you had like your Pokemon shirt, and then you saw me, dressed dashingly in a nice shirt, and a nice button-up shirt, and a nice jacket, and a nice hat, and a nicely cut haircut, leather dress shoes, and you saw me dressed like that. You were in your sweatpants and Pokemon shoes, and here you are the next week, but you're dressed exactly how I was. A few days later. Sorry, but you're dressed now exactly how I was dressed then. What's going on? Why are you dressed exactly like me? Really, I'd like to know. Well, you see, you gotta understand. I'm gonna kill you and steal your identity. Come here. Oh, get off me. Oh, fucking. Give me your skin. Oh, fucking. Oh, get up. My God. What was that? So, I don't need 10 grand anymore. Isn't that amazing? Like, I've needed 10 grand for so long. I can't remember, honestly, not needing 10 grand. But, here I am, many, many years later, and I finally figured it out, And it's like, I spent a lot of my life worrying about that 10 grand. How am I going to get 10 grand? You know what I mean? How am I going to get it? And it's not like if you get 10 grand, you're home free. Then you need to get another 10 grand to replace, the first 10 grand. You always need another fucking 10 grand. This is when I used to be, trying to cut records, trying to be a rock and roll star. When you're trying to be a rock and roll star, you just need, a consistent flow of 10 grand after 10 grand. Because in music, everything costs 10 grand. Every single piece of the puzzle costs 10 grand. So it's like, you say you got like a 100-piece puzzle. Imagine every piece of it to complete the puzzle costs 10 grand. You know what I mean? Somewhere down the line. And if not, like a nice Martin guitar, that's 10 grand. To cut a few tracks in a studio, even like live off the floor, it's like at least 10 grand. To have them mix, 10 grand. To have them master, 10 grand. It's always at least $1,000 a song, but then each song needs multiple $1,000 put into it. And that's just the very base level. That's already if you have years and years of training. So that basically no matter what you do, you could have any old fool record you. It'll come out magically. But see, to get that way, you need to have put or had tens of tens of grands invested in you in effort. Someone would have needed to have what's it called when there's a guy, he's with you all the time and he's helping you, whatever, I don't remember what it's called, influence you. You need one of those guys to mentor you. That's it. Like, say you got a mentor, and he's putting effort into you. But if you think of each hour of effort in labor terms, how many labor hours do you have to put into mentoring someone? Multiple 10 grands. And then you have to say, well, how much is each hour of that worth if eventually it equals to something that's going to help me make money? Well, it's almost invalid. Someone mentoring you might say is 10 grand a fucking minute. Anyways, but I'm just saying. So to become a musician, it's just you need 10 grand, To do a lot of kinds of art, you honestly need 10 grand over and over and over again. But, I don't need 10 grand anymore. I figured it out. I figured it out. And I figured it out a long time ago. But I kind of forgot, and I thought I needed 10 grand again. And then I remember, well, you don't really need 10 grand. And then, because I've always wanted to be a famous rock and roll musician. And I've tried lots of times. But the problem I always run into is my need for 10 grand, and then another 10 grand, and then another 10 grand. Let's say to put an album out properly is probably about 100 grand. And I'm just not the kind of person that likes or ever has sucked a cock. So it's kind of like you've got to be, metaphorically or literally sucking cocks to have people just give you 10 grand. Who's just going to give someone 10 grand? It's not likely. Slap my knee. No one's just going to give you 10 grand. Unless you suck their fucking cock 10 times a fucking day. But even then, they might just, come in your mouth and slap you in the fucking face. You know what I mean? So slap me in the face, criticize my race. Anyways, so I don't need 10 grand anymore. It's a nice feeling, I've got my $10 microphone, and I've got my $25 desktop mic stand, which you might say is $2.5 $10 investments. You know what I mean? See, at this level, what I'm doing now, all I need is $10. You see? All I need is $10 over and over again. I just need these $10 investments. I need a $10 cord. This is a $10 sweater. My $10 5-panel newsboy cap. $10 words like indubulous. That's indubulous. That's all I need, All I need is $10 now. I figured it out. You know what I mean? I just, I took there was a fucking $10 sitting on the podium, and I had the fucking sandbag, but the sandbag was the $10, and the diamond was the 10, and I switched the sandbag out with the 10, and then I put the 10,000 there, and now I got the 10, and now all I need is the $10. I need 10, and then 10, and then 10, and then 10, and I pull it together, and I piece it together. I found I'm not going to get into this, but I found everything I need so far to get this done. Let's beat it. Intervals of 10. $10 is a beautiful number. 10,000. What am I here? Sort of male prostitute? I was just going to give you $10,000. Slap my knee. It's not the world we live in. So, a week has passed, and Alien Romulus is still streaming. Are there rules? What do you mean? I can't just say the N-word? Not that I want to, but if I, did say a moment arose where it was called for, like some guy stabbing my mom with a fucking knife, and then she calls me and she says, a guy stabbed me with a fucking knife. I'm like, what? A guy fucking stabbed me in the leg randomly on the bus. N-word. I mean, look, it doesn't matter what race they are. If you're stabbing people randomly in public, and I hear about it, and the N-word slips out of my lips, it slips out of my mouth, I'm not the bad guy. Unless, a lady pushing her fucking African baby by in a stroller, at that moment of inception. I mean, if she's pushing at that moment, I guess I'm the bad guy. But the N-word, is the worst, word I know. So I guess, in a sense, if it slips out in a bad situation, like, I'm not a fan of drag queen story time hour. Whatever. I can read to myself. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? But even compared to that, Alien Romulus is an extremely detailed depiction of children being dismembered, decimated by a fucking giant alien. Like, get on the level. The true reality is words are words, but literally watching teens get eaten and ripped apart, that has to be worse than someone saying, especially after my mom got stabbed by a fucking guy on a bus. Don't buy them from thrift stores. Slap my knee. They might be cursed. And the last thing you need, the absolute last thing you need, the last thing you need is to be cursed. You know what I mean? Like, we all have enough problems right now. There's a war somewhere and someone needs a sandwich somewhere. Someone's hungry. Someone somewhere is hungry. Slap my knee. So, please, just go to Walmart. Just go to Sears. Just go to some sort of one of them stores and get that kind of stuff, because I'm sure none of that's cursed, though, you never know. They might hire some high priestess to come in there and just freaking curse the pills at night. But if I was a cursor, let's say I was a cursor, I wake up in the morning, just get my book of magic out, and I'd start reading through my book of magic, and I'd think, who do I not like? People. And then I'd get some random object. I might even go out and find an object in an alleyway, and I'd take the object back to my dwellings, back to my lair. I figure people that curse people most likely live in lairs, though they could live in condos. Like, that makes sense too. It totally makes sense that people that curse other fucking people live in fucking condos, right? Because don't condos just curse the scenery? So, anyways, I figure if I was a cursor, there I'd be, rooting through the trash. I'd find myself a nice, say table or an old scratched record or something like that. I'd bring it home. I would take out my my whatever that thing is. They got that grass. They light the grass. They whatever it is. They get out their cursing materials and then over the scratched record, or say bedside table, maybe a nice poster. I'd go shaka 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 shaka. Or whatever. I'd have my book of curses, and I'd set a curse upon the object, and then I'd bring it down to the thrift store, and I'd donate it to them, and they would put it out on display because all my items are nice. I would say if it was too bad, I would clean it up, give it some real appeal. But I'd curse the fucking thing. I'd curse the fuck out of it. I'd make it so that when someone got it, all their fucking hair would fall and their teeth would fucking turn ash. And then they go to the thrift store, you know what I mean? And they go, oh dear, look at this, a beautiful table. And they'd buy the table, take it home, bam, all their teeth would turn to fucking dust, you know what I mean? So, this is what I'm saying. I always figure, if I can imagine it, it probably happens. Because I'm a simple fella, you know what I mean? I'm nothing but a simple fucking idiot. I'm just a fucking stupid idiot. So if I could think of it, if a fucking retard like me could think of something, there's most likely someone's done it, or it could happen, you know what I mean? Because if I was so smart, I would think of things that no one could do, but I'm not, as you can tell. As anyone can tell. Fucking idiot. So, clearly. Oh, fuck, that derailed the whole thing. Fuck. I'm not being so mean to myself. That's just... I'm being so hard on myself. Fuck, like I feel bad now. I feel bad for being so fucking mean to myself. Holy fuck, I think I just cursed my fucking self there. I think I just laid a curse on my fucking self, not an object on my fucking body. My God, now I'm sitting here laughing to myself in the room by myself. My God, I've lost my mind. I must be cursed. You know, you might say I might be the most cursed person you ever fucking met. I'm wearing everything from a fucking thrift store, you know what I mean? I got my fucking... Oh my God, I bought my fucking attitude from a thrift store. Dear God. Found this weed at a thrift store. I mean, this tobacco at a thrift store. Oh my God. So anyways, yeah. Don't buy things from thrift stores, you know? Because they might be cursed. And the last thing you need is a curse. As a mentally retarded person, I've got to say, don't you just love taxes? No, but like really. Don't you love paying taxes? Doesn't it just make you feel great after you've worked hard all year long, paid taxes, and then on top of losing nearly half of your paycheck, you gotta pay taxes again? Don't you love that? As a mentally retarded person, I have to say, to me, it is the tip of the top, tippity tip top, the tipperary of the top, the tippity top tip of the top of the Christmas tree, cherry on top of the Christmas tree of amazing feelings I love. I love paying taxes. As a guy who's been bonked on the head one too many times. As a guy that's been slapped on that's been slapped across the fucking dome a few too many times, I'd say I love taxes. As a guy that's gotten one too many shots in the mouth. as a guy's been kicked like a dog one too many times, I just love the idea of working and all my money going to causes. As a guy, you know, that's been kicked with work boots in between the eyes at least fucking 17 times a day for 17 years straight. I love paying Caesar's pence. I love, you know, pitching up to the big guy. You know, I love every month. I better pay up or else. You know what I mean? Like I'm in a fucking mafia. I just love it. I love feeling like I'm in the fucking mob. You know what I mean? If I don't pay the fucking Don, he's gonna fucking cut my balls off and slit my family's throats. I love it. I love the impending doom that if I just don't work for no reason at all other than to eat a can of fucking beans, that's my life. You know what I mean? I love that. I love it. I wish I got taxed 300%. I wish I needed to make one full job on the books and 2 under the books just to pay my taxes. As a fella that has had as a fella that's had one too many, oh my God, I can't say too many. As a fella that's had one too many cylinder blocks, as a fella that's had one too many, oh my God, I think I've had a stroke. I think I've laughed myself into a stroke. As a fella, and I'm not reading this from anywhere, I just can't say things. As a fella who's had one too many cylinder blocks dropped from the second floor barn window. Ah! It's a tongue twister attack! As a fella who's had one too many cylinder blocks dropped on his head from the second floor barn door window, I have to say, I love paying taxes. I thought of this one day, and you know, I can't stop thinking of it. It's just fucking, it's really annoying, really. You know, I try not to let people that are annoying control me, but I mean, they're fucking annoying. How could they not? You know what I mean? Like if someone's going like do and poking you in the eye, you know, the lit cigarette do. You know, you could try to not let annoying people control you, but Like, come on, like, annoying people are controlling us all fucking day long, realistically, you know? Because you're just going to be like, slowly your eyes burning away. Do, 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 do. And, you know, your eyes slowly burning away, so you're thinking, yeah, I'm stoic, I don't need to, I'm not giving in to them. If I did that, I would just feel like everything was annoying. But come on, so many things are annoying. But really, what's the most annoying thing is that most people are followers. But let's say we had like a great person sort of leading and everyone's following them and acting like them, and it'd be okay that people are followers. So it's not really the problem that people are followers. The problem is the world is being defined by a few individuals who break the rules. You know, and this is something I just thought of one day, and I just can't stop thinking of it, and it really fucking pisses me the fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, the world is being defined by a few individuals who break the rules. And not like a few individuals together in one group who break the rules all at once, but like sometimes over like 20-year periods. One person breaks the rules and they're like, oh, you know, like no one can jump off the bridge that's like 6 feet high into the water anymore because one guy did and died one time. So we can't jump off bridges now. Now there's like 72 signs that say don't jump off the bridge. The world is being defined by a few individuals who break the rules, and it's just, you know, what the heck is that all about? You know what I mean? Like, and then I feel like it's like people who want to control people are just waiting for someone to get hurt, and then they're like, yes, no one can friggin' bicycle down the bike trails anymore. Those are walking trails now. You're like, what the? Why? Because one guy got fucking eaten by a cougar, you know what I mean? Because one guy got lost and got hypothermia and died. Now the rest of us who've been surviving it for hundreds of years have to like not go there anymore. Like, you know, I just got that into my head one day, and I just can't get out. You know, I can't get it out. The world is being ruined. You know, defined and ruined by a few individuals. It's like, you know, taking things away from us, you know, because of a few mistakes isn't freedom, you know, it's predatory behavior. It's predatory for, you know, it's like being in an abusive relationship with your government or your whatever your authority, you know, figure is in society. It's like being in an abusive relationship where it's just waiting for you to make a mistake and then jumps on your back, and it's like, this, see, you all are fucking idiots. Like, everyone will drown when they jump off the bridge because this guy don't know how to swim. You know, and I miss the world where people accepted the risks, because most real fun comes with risks. You know what I mean? People still skydive. People die doing that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I can't take it sometimes. When the thought comes to me, I just want to go to one of those places where there's a bunch of signs and just do the thing anyways. You know what I mean? When I think of it, when I think of the fact that it's one or two people that ruined it for the rest of us, and now we gotta live like we're in some boring world and we're like kindergartners. Don't go too close to the edge. Yeah, don't go too. What if I feel like it? What if I feel like living on the edge? Oh yeah, I can't live on the edge. You're gonna put a barrier in front of the barrier. You know what I mean? You're gonna put a barrier in front of the barrier to the edge. Yeah? Nah, I'm gonna go over the barrier. I'm gonna go over the other barrier. I'm gonna fall off. Okay? I'm gonna fall my fucking death. I don't care if you put a big glass enclosure. I'll climb on top of the closure and I'll just lean back. You know, I'll lean back. Then you know what I'll do? I'll slip and I'll perish. But you know what? I'll be having fun. It's it's funny because I was just talking about me, you know, perishing. But I have to say, if I save your life, you're going to hear about it the rest of your life. You know, that's my only payment. You know, that's all I want. You know, just every morning at 5:30 a.m. It's in the morning. Expect a phone call. Bring, bring. Hello. Hey, remember when I saved your fucking life? Click. I'm gonna gloat, you know, until you wish I hadn't. You know, I'm gonna remind you that I saved your life until you wish I hadn't saved your fucking life. And I mean, what do you take away? What's the takeaway from this? What's the lesson? I don't know. Don't fucking almost die. How's that? You know, don't lean back on the edge of the glass enclosure. Because if I'm there to save ya, yeah, I'll never let you fucking live it down. I'm petty like that, you know? I'm petty. Fucking Tom Petty over here. Don't almost die. Imagine just being a thief. You know, not like you stole a candy bar, you know, but literally everything you are and what everyone knows you for is stolen. Imagine that, you know? That's terrible. How would that feel? You know, I couldn't imagine, you know. I've stolen a few candy bars, you know, but I've found most of what I have on the side of the road. You know what I mean? You know, so it used to be someone's, but they lost it or threw it away, you know. You know, I didn't go into their fucking house and just fucking take it from them. You know, I didn't pull it out of their fucking pockets after I fucking drugged them and they were like asleep, and I didn't just fucking skin them and wear their fucking skin. You know what I mean? I found some old discarded things, kind of cleaned them off and put them together and made what I am. You know what I mean? I don't know the first thing about being a thief. I'm too clumsy. You know, if I were to try and steal something, like if I were to go into the store and actually try to steal something, I would end up like trying to put it in my pocket and dropping it on the ground and laughing, and because I just can't help but admit that I've done things wrong. You know what I mean? Like if anyone's ever like, you did this thing wrong, I'm the kind of person who goes, oh, you got me. You know, if I'm ever caught, I just go, oh, you got me. I'm the kind of person that won't even get a lawyer. I'll go, put me in prison. I'll go to jail and I'll do the time, you know, do the crime, do the time. And I'll write a cool book while I'm in there. You know what I mean? Imagine just being a thief, you know, and how that would feel. It'd be just terrible. You know what I mean? How does it feel to be shrouded in lies, deceit, and I guess violence? You know, stealing is a kind of violence, because I guess like it's the idea that if while you're stealing someone tries to stop you, you might attack them because you're already unhinged enough to steal. And how does it feel to be shrouded in blah blah blah? Look into the mirror and instantly hear in your head, thief. You know what I mean? How's that feel? How does it feel to look in the mirror and hear, thief? You know, you look in the mirror and hear, you're a thief. Like, you know, that's all you hear. You're a thief. That's all you hear in your head when you look in the mirror. How does it feel to look in the mirror and hear thief? I wonder. I'm not the greatest guy. I've done some bad things. I'm just not generally a thief. You know, an occasional chocolate bar and I just couldn't imagine, honestly. It must be a bad feeling. You know, it must, I would get my colon checked if I was a thief. Because you would think, you know, just being a thief, I guess behind closed doors, like, well, some people know you're a fucking thief. Some people know it. And, but mostly it's concealed beneath this exterior of, what you present to people as something that you've created. But underneath, you're a fucking thief. And every time you look in the mirror, you thief, 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 thief. Oh, fucking God, that's making me feel uneasy. You ever spit into the toilet and a long string almost hits the water before it detaches? I always picture the bacteria, you know, running up the spit like Tron, like do 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 do. You know what I mean? Like you spit and sort of like just as the spit, you know, breaches the breaches where the rim of the toilet is, but before it detaches from your mouth, that's when the bacteria is like, we must escape this realm, and they and they jump into your spit stream, and they're like, just running up the strip, and like, you know, the strip detaches, and they're like, they jump from the spit, and they're like in between the fucking spit in your mouth, and they're just like, and like, you know, because the germ is in atmosphere now, it's like burning up, but it's like if it could just get to your mouth before it just like burns up, and you know, like it's like, and then like me, I hopefully, you know, I always cut that like hypochondriac fucking hallucination off, and I think hopefully the thing burns up before it hits my mouth, you know. You ever think of that though? It's the kind of thing I think about when I'm thinking of piss. You know? What else have we got here today? If a bear, you know, if a bear starts chasing you, you have to stand and fight. You know, that's all. That's your only choice. If you know, if a bear starts running at you, you have to stand and fight. You know, because you can't outclimb a bear. You can't outrun a bear. You can't outswim it. You know, you cannot swim faster than a bear. Your only chance is to stand and fight. Look, they tell you stop, drop, and roll, but that's not for bears. That's for flyers. Okay, so stopping, dropping, and rolling is not going to save you from a bear. You don't play dead, because that's just going to make their job so much easier. They're like, oh, great, a dead human, and they just gobble you up, right? So if a bear starts chasing you, you gotta attack. You gotta fight back. You know, if you know, you gotta put yourself in the mindset that look, I can fight a fucking bear. You know, and every day you just look in the mirror in the morning and you go, yeah, I can fight a fucking bear, and you just say, I can fight a fucking bear. You know, and you just keep telling yourself that every time you see like a little reflection, you know, in a pop can or in a puddle, I can fight a bear. You know, and you convince yourself of this, so that when it happens, you just punch your hand straight into the bear's chest and tear its heart from its chest. But you will not be able to accomplish this unless you truly believe that you can fight a bear to the death, you know. And I figure if you can accomplish this belief in yourself, well, you can do just about anything. Look, if you think, you know, at any moment, I'll turn into a fucking robot and strangle an innocent bystander, it's not gonna happen, you know? I hate robots. I'm not a goddamn robot, you know what I mean? And honestly, I'm quite insulted that you would think that in the first place, because trust me, it doesn't take being a robot for me to choke someone to fucking death. I pretty much just, you know, I just choke someone to death for fucking like whistling in a hallway, you know what I mean? I would choke someone to death, you know, just for wearing like 2 different colors of green, you know what I mean? You know, I would choke someone to death for freaking driving their car into a puddle and splashing me. I don't need to be a goddamn robot or cyborg to be murderous, all right? So anyways, it's so crazy because I'll go around in public just screaming at people all the time, but not for no reason, you know what I mean? Like I'll scream at people for damn good reasons. And honestly, people don't get screamed at enough these days. And you can tell, because every time I scream at someone, I probably scream at people maybe 3 times an outing. You know what I mean? Like, say Yannick and I go to a shopping center in the city. I've never screamed at someone once in the country, like near where I live. But say we go to the city for a little outing. I usually I end up screaming at people 2 to 3 times. You know what I mean? Like, it's around Christmas, as you know. Slap my knee. Christmas shopping has taken hold. You know what I mean? And slap my knee again. To be honest, slap my knee and call me fucking 10 cook. Oh fuck, cherry. Oh fuck, I don't even have something to rhyme with this. Slap my knee and call me fucking Buffalo Bumblebee. No, I already used it on the last time. Slap my knee. slap my knee. Oh fuck, I think I might have to quit. I might have to. Oh fuck, I can't think. My brain is falling. Oh fuck. Slap my knee and fuck me. So, slap my knee. We were at a big shopping center, and literally, and I'm saying literally, every single parking space in this shopping center's parking lot was filled with cars. And so we're driving around and trying to find a place. And there was one guy who was taking up 6 parking spaces. Oh God! You know, I felt like taking a rock and smashing through his passenger side window and his driver's side window. You know, this is impulses. This is what separates the men from the beasts. You know what I mean? Impulse control. The animal man, you know what I mean, it says, grab one end of the car and lift it. As you may or may not know, I'm a mover, right? At least I used to be a professional mover. So it would be nothing for me to just take his car and flip it upside down. You know what I mean? To say, oh, you want to take up 6 parking spaces? It would be nothing for a guy like me to just, you know, go next to the car and just dig in and just flip his car. And, you know, it would become useless, because I guarantee a guy that parks that wouldn't be able to put it back. But that's the animal of man, you know what I mean? And so I didn't do that. But what I did do is I screamed at a lady for walking directly kind of down the middle of the channel of one of the many little roads that's in the parking lot. You know what I mean? We're trying to get to the next parking place. We're looking, you know, we drive through the whole thing looking for somewhere to park, and there's a lady, and she's just walking, you know, talking on her phone, like, and so cars can't get by, and the thing is already crammed enough, and here's a lady. So out my window I say, "You fucking idiot, get the fuck out of the fucking way!" You know what I mean? And she laughs. She goes, I go, oh my. If someone were to talk to me like that, slap my knee, I would freaking grab them I would choke them to death, you know what I mean? I'd freaking jump out of the car and I'd grab them by the throat and I'd squeeze their neck till their eyes fucking popped out of their head. That's what I would do if anyone ever talked to me the way I talked to her. But all she did was laugh. Oh God, people don't know what to do anymore. So 2 minutes later, we're still driving, and and then this guy pulls out full speed, almost crashing into us. When it was our turn to go by, he's supposed to wait, you know what I mean? He's supposed to wait until we pass, and then he backs out. You don't back out into oncoming traffic, you know? So I quickly opened the window, like a flash of light, and I said, "You a fucking idiot!" Or something. I said, "You fucking retard!" You know, I yelled something at him. And what did he do? He laughed. He went, I mean, well, maybe he has a pistol, maybe he has a gun in his car, but, you know, I don't care about that, because this is Canada, you know? And if people have pistols, it's not like they're practicing them. They don't practice using their pistols. You know, and I'm pretty quickly, I would have walked up to his car window, and he would have reached for his pistol. I would have punched my fist through the window, grabbed his pistol, and then shoved it right up his fucking ass. You know what I mean? That's what I would have done to that guy who laughed. I say, "You're a fucking idiot. You almost hit us." And he laughs. I would have went over to his window and he'd pull out his little pistol to show me and go, "Hee hee hee." And I would have, and a normal person would have went, "Oh," and run to their car and drive off, maybe call the police. But me, lightning fast, I would have punched my hand through the window, grabbed the pistol, and then shoved it so far up his ass that he would taste lead. I mean, that's Christmas, you know what I mean? That's the kind of thing that Christmas shopping brings out of me, you know? But more importantly, that's what the city brings out of me, and that's what a packed parking lot brings out of me. And I honestly think if more people screamed at people, I would need to scream not so loudly. If everyone was just kind of screaming at fucking idiots all the time, you know? And yeah, I don't know what I started this. I'm not really good at weaving things back, you know what I mean? This is why I need to quit weed. So like I said, I'm a liberal now. You know what I mean? And my first act of being a liberal is I'm going to report all animal abuse. You know what I mean? I figure people are too concerned with like what people are saying. You know what I mean? That's not part of my liberal. You know what I mean? My version of liberal. I'm going to start by going after the people who hurt the most innocent. And I figure, you know, animals are the most innocent beings. You know what I mean? They can't say anything to defend themselves. You know what I mean? So, my first act of being a liberal, I just started looking. I was like, how am I going to be a liberal? You know what I mean? I'm going through Instagram, chickadee chick, and I know. I'll go look for videos of guys just like beating animals. So I looked that up. It says you may be reported for abuse. Like, oh God. Here I am trying to help animals. I might be reported for, you know, trying to find a video of a guy beating an animal. But look, I'm not trying to find the video of the guy fucking doing the thing because I want to see it. I want to report it. You know what I mean? So, because I've seen them before, but when I try to look it up, I go, you know, guy throwing a freaking dog off a building. It says these kind of like things you write might cause like blah blah blah, and you're gonna be reported for abuse. I'm like, what the? So here I am trying to save the environment and save the innocent beings, you know, and I'm gonna report it. So god darn it. So I just started looking up, you know, deep sea fishing. I figure those guys are fucking evil. You know what I mean? They're going way out in the ocean, and nothing good happens way out in the ocean or way deep down the sea. You know what I mean? So, and I was looking, and I found this one page, and it had, you know, just regular shark videos of like a shark nearly biting a guy, and just sort of like, you know, shark fail videos. And I was just kind of looking through them, and then I got to a part of the Instagram, and it literally had these giant demon fish, these like, I guess Asian giant demon fish, and like the guy would drop a fish into the water, and the giant demon fish suck the fish in his mouth, and blood come out of its gills. Oh, I was like, holy mother of Toledo. And he had them in like, you know, like, I don't know, like a friggin' 15 by 10 foot water enclosure, but there's also like metal bars above it. It looked almost like a kind of under, you know, in a basement zoo sort of scenario, but it was weird. Anyway, it was weird. So I kept started seeing it. I was like, I feel like there might be some animal abuse here. I gotta keep it. And then the guy, I see him, he throws in like, I see like a little, like a body, like a purple body of it, looks like a chicken or something. I figure, oh, okay, I guess he went to a butcher shop and got a chicken, and oh fuck, that like the friggin' demon fish that's like friggin' 10 feet long and like, you know, like a friggin' like 4 feet, and it's got girth, you know. It's got girth in the face of the fucking devil, and it's sucked in this floating little purple chicken, and I was like, this is getting very fucking bad. So I skipped to the next video, and for a brief second, the guy's in the enclosure because he stands in it and he cleans it. And I guess the fishes don't attack him because they only attack small innocent fucking animals, I guess. And for a brief moment, he's literally holding a puppy and like jesting that he's gonna drop it in, and that's when my red flag's off, and I went, I found it. I got you now, bub. I got you now, Sonny Jim. Oh, dear me. My liberal, ding, 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 ding. My liberal radar, ding, 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 ding. Woo, woo, woo. A big L in the sky, liberal. You know what I mean? Liberal man is here to save the day. You shouldn't have let me see that. You should not let a liberal find this out. You should have had some sort of filter that doesn't let liberals see this, because now that I've seen it, you're toast. You're toast, ching chong. You're toast, buddy. You know, so there he was, that fucking greasy, that freak holding a puppy, like, and jesting that he was going to throw it in. But I bet he really did throw it in. I bet he did, because then the next videos, he was throwing in ducks into their enclosure, and these giant fish were sucking in the ducks like they were those fish from earlier as I was describing. So there was a literal video of the guy putting a live duck into the enclosure of the fish, and it got sucked in. I said, ha, gotcha. Gotcha, you scumbag. You know what I mean? If I could have been there, I would say, got you, scumbag. I would have executed every one of those fucking fish, and then I would have put that guy in prison, you know? I would have executed those fish in front of me. I would have sent them back to fucking hell where they came from, sucking in a whole fucking duck. Like, that's sick. You know, it's one thing when a fucking redneck gives a chicken to a crocodile, that's one thing. That isn't nice, but this is a whole other level of demonicness. Because I bet this guy throws through the puppy, and I bet he's throwing other little animals, and guys throw babies, pieces of people. I bet this guy does all kinds of terrible things. So as a liberal, I reported the fuck out of them. I reported every video I went on all my different Instagrams. I reported. You know what I mean? I reported him. I'm not gonna let this stand. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna let it stand. And then I took a fucking sleeping pill because I was having a fucking panic attack. You know what I mean? I went to fucking bed and that was that. And then I arose and and I got on to the next thing, on to the next report. I am a detective. I am DL, detective liberal, and I will track down and I will report all animal abuse. So, your time is up. Your time is up. Now that I'm on the job, now that I'm making being liberal cool again, it's over. It's over for you. You know what I mean? It's over for you. You're not going to be, that's not how we do things around here, pal. Read the brochure. You know what I mean? If you're going to come around here, read the fucking brochure. That's not how we do things around here. Get that in your fucking ear. We don't do that around here. We're liberals. Okay? And we don't let that kind of shit stand. And don't think I won't start protesting. Don't think I will not start protesting. I will find the Instagram headquarters and I will go and I will protest because it is up to them. They're the ones whose fault that this is out there. They should have found his IP address, went there, capped those demon fish, taken those fish and thrown them into the sun and let them cook those demons, and then protected the small innocent animals and arrested the Asian fellow. Okay? He had his face exposed. He was in the thing. Like, I swear he draws like pictures of Michael Jackson in the scum on the bottom of the aquarium. Like, he has like multiple angles. One angle he's drawing like a picture of a beautiful fucking face in the scum on the bottom of the aquarium, and he's throwing a fucking, I don't even want to say it, but a small animal in there. That sick fucking freak. Arrest him now. Arrest him now. As a liberal, I demand it. As a liberal, I demand you arrest all animal abusers now. As a liberal, I demand you arrest all animal abusers. I will not stand for it. I will not stand for the destruction of the environment. Arrest them all now. They're scum. Every last one of those animal herders is scum. I will not stand for it as a liberal. The thing I hate the most about myself is how I just get mad. You know what I mean? How I just get mad at things sometimes. You know what I mean? I can't. Someone says something that I've already thought, and I go, oh yeah, like nice idea. You know what I mean? I don't like that about myself. You know what I mean? I don't like how quickly I come to, how quick I go to anger. How it's just like I'm happy and fun and goofy and I'm just like a cartoon. I'm Saturday morning cartoons. I'm Bugs Bunny. I'm Porky the Pig. I'm Donald Duck, and then I'm a mean guy. And then just that easy, I'm mean. You know what I mean? I have to admit, I don't like that about myself all the time. But the thing is, that's the animal of man. Slap my knee. And without that anger, you know what I mean? I'd have no ability to become anything at all. I would be simply prey. You know what I mean? I'd be prey to someone else who could access that anger. Someone else who's quick to anger. Because being quick to anger is unfortunately someone who's just got really, really, a really down-to-earth, true reality outlook on the world. Slap my knee. Being quick to anger is a sign of intelligence. Unless you're quick to violence, that's a sign of retardation. Anger and violence are not the same thing. Anger is quite completely the polar opposite of what violence is. Scream in someone's face, if you don't stop, I'm gonna fucking smash your teeth out of your mouth, is the farthest thing from violence possible. Because in fact, you're trying to create a negative magnetism of their violent behavior at that moment. You're trying to say, do not go one step farther or violence will happen. So you're trying to stop the violence from happening. Anger is an attempt to keep things calm. It's one last-ditch effort to save the day. You need that anger to be creative, to build. And all you got to do is, rather than when someone tells you something you've already heard, you going, oh, nice, like I haven't thought of that before, you fucking idiot. You just try to transfer that energy into something, more helpful. You know what I mean? And that's the animal of man. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks for tuning in.